And I think this is very important to understand here, Arnab. In fact, I would like to ask you a question. Like you did start off by talking about how Republic here did start speaking about the case. There were several on your panel yesterday, several people who were calling and who were asking you a simple question, and they were only asking about why we were talking about this without having any knowledge of the unaccounted cash. Today, these pictures actually show that burning cash. It shows that the fact that there was cash, and this was not just something that was being said because anyone is against the collegium.
No, it's got nothing to do with the collegium. The reality is, Rhythm, that there was an attempt to conceal this video. The cash was known about. Pictures of the cash were taken. It was reported by the police to the higher-ups and to the higher-ups and to the higher-ups. And I don't know what happened after that, but I'm told that the pictures were deleted on all the relevant mobiles. The pictures were deleted across all relevant mobiles, including those of the first responders in this case, which is the Delhi Fire Department. Now the matter is public, so there is a need for both the government and the Supreme Court to act in accordance with so that nobody questions either the government or the Supreme Court of, concealing matters. And therefore, the video has come out, but the video has been there. Now the question is, who paid this money? When it is such a senior judge of the Delhi High Court, who paid the money to the senior judge of the Delhi High Court?
Yes.
And obviously I am told, not all the members of the collegium were happy with the decision. It was not a unanimous decision. The entire collegium system of the country has completely collapsed. I think what Harish Salve said is completely right, Rhythm. The collegium system has not made a mistake. The collegium system has acted in line with our deepest and strongest suspicion that it is an old boys club. They feel they are not accountable at all to anyone. And of course, we need to clean up, what's happening in the collegium. And I think that, when the judiciary comments on the executive, on the media, on the legislature, and everyone, this is the worst situation that we could be in. So the cheerleaders of the collegium must look themselves in the eye and say, the collegium has failed. And by saying the collegium, I mean this whole system of the judiciary, that they will take care of their own interests. The question is extremely important out here. And I think it is important for Justice Chandrachud, for example, to also break his silence on the matter. Justice Chandrachud has been busy giving interviews to the BBC on all matters in which he fairly looks defensive. But the fact of the matter is, why would Justice Chandrachud not speak about this case? What is his own feeling about this case? Why has this happened? What does he feel about the way the Supreme Court collegium has operated? Obviously, Justice Sanjeev Khanna cannot give an interview now, but Justice Chandrachud is now quite visibly in the habit of giving interviews. He must give an interview on this matter. And, why was Justice Yashwant Varma? Is it true that he was also facing a CBI inquiry in the Simboli sugar case? Why was he then elevated to this High Court? And why was he being transferred to the Allahabad High Court? And if the videos are there, and the videos are in the public domain, then why was action not taken since 14th? Or did the government give time to the judiciary to sort of, handle the matter internally? Was that done in the faith that that the Supreme Court will handle the matter? Now the problem is, viewers, what you're seeing tonight is a video of a burning cash. Now, Rhythm, this is not burning cash in a bureaucrat or politician's home. It's burning cash in a very, very senior judge's home. And it casts aspersions on the entire judiciary. Why did the Supreme Court not remove Justice Varma immediately?
Yes.
Why did they transfer him? Why did they not remove him pending further action? Why was previous cases in such instances not taken into consideration? And, the Supreme Court has to answer now what on earth is going on within the judiciary. It seems too much of a cozy club. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's a complete and absolute mess. And we must, all as Indians today, point fingers at the judiciary. We must ask questions of the judiciary. What is going on in the judiciary of this country? Because here, it is not just the actions of the Delhi High Court which are circumspect. I'm sorry to have to say this past midnight on a Saturday night, but the reality is, Rhythm, it is the actions of the Supreme Court collegium which are under question. And it has not held itself in a way that we would be watching in admiration at all. So this is a very big story. It has to be intensely debated, and lawyers, litigants, the entire judicial system of the country must speak up about it, not look the other way, not pretend it does not know. We have to speak up about it sooner than later, and I think the time is now. I wonder whether the other channels have woken up right now and realize they cannot play down this matter anymore. I don't think they have, as usual. Probably because they're not interested to reveal these details, but I know a lot of people are watching tonight. And to them, I would only say this: have faith. Have faith, because when the executive does not act, when the legislature is not sure, and when the judiciary itself, unfortunately, has placed itself in such a terrible situation, have faith, because the media is watching. And I think the biggest takeaway from this is that attempts to play down the media, push down the media must stop, and the judiciary must be grateful for the direction that the media is showing it at a time when it is not holding itself by the same standards it expects of others. And the fact of the matter is that a judge is saying, I did not keep the cash. But if he did not keep the cash, where did the cash come from? If he says that I was only doing cash withdrawals through ATMs and UPIs, then who on earth came into his house with 10 to 50 crore rupees of cash and put it right there in a place, and then set an electrical fire in such a way that they would also take a camera and shoot the burning cash? It's a sense of disbelief with which we are watching this tonight. It's a sense of disbelief with which we are reporting this tonight. And I think we do not believe the words of the Honorable Delhi High Court judge who's trying to get away by saying, I don't know who put the cash in my house. He has the onus is on him to prove his innocence right now. As of now, the onus is on him. He's looking very bad. And the Supreme Court collegium has also acted in a very strange way in this case.